This is going to be a quick video about a very, very big inflection point that we've reached as a country. You see, this guy, Mahmoud Khalil, was basically black bagged in the middle of the night by ICE and is currently being held without charges. There is no reason for ICE to have been involved in this at all. He is allowed to be here. He is a legal resident with both a student visa and a green card. He is not a criminal. He is an educated, law abiding, legal resident of the United States with a family. So, why was he kidnapped? Well, basically, for organizing protests at Columbia University over their direct financial support of perpetrators of an ongoing genocide. Now, this should scare the shit out of you. This is not a left versus right thing. This is not an America versus the Middle East thing. This isn't even an Israel versus Palestine thing. What this boils down to is, do you support the right to freedom of speech or do you not? Well, it's not freedom of speech to provide material support to terrorists. Guess what? Doing that is a criminal offense. We will happily charge people with that. Khalil has not been charged. If there was any evidence whatsoever they could jump on, he would have been charged. They would have done that. And ironically, you know what he was organizing the protest of? Columbia University providing material support to Israel. Now, this video is primarily targeted at the more right-leaning side of my audience. And this situation is pretty well known by now on the left, but this is the clearest fight for freedom of speech that I have seen in my life. I called my representative. I urge you to call yours. This is something that requires a unified, bipartisan, resounding fuck no of a response. This is a man who was kidnapped for political speech without being charged with a crime. For everyone who got mad about the people locked up over January 6th, you should also be mad about this. This is even more egregious. The January 6th prosecutions were, some might say political and unjust, but they were at least prosecutions. In this case, they aren't even going to the trouble of finding a crime he technically committed. The precedent of rendition, imprisonment, and deportation of legal U.S. residents over legal political speech is something that cannot be allowed to be set ever. To anyone who thinks, oh, but this is the kind of thing that happens to people like him, not people like me, first of all, go fuck yourself until you come back normal, and second of all, sure, maybe for now, but on a long enough timeline, it happens to everyone, and when that time rolls around for you, I sure hope you like supporting the regime that's currently repressing you, because right now you're pissing away your legally protected right to say anything else. Call your congressman.